Welcome, race fans. I hope you're ready for an exciting night for SpeedZoneTV. I'm Robert Warren, your host for race number 8 at Lightning Esports. This is round 1 in the playoffs, race 1 of 2, where 11 drivers will be duking it out to stake their claim into the second round of the playoffs. Now, we got about 16 cars in the grid. Let's go ahead and take a look at our grid for the battle at IRP, or Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Sponsored by Car to Sell tonight. On the pole, no stranger to it, the 33 machine of Tolson. Khan is in the outside pole in that 21 machine.
All right, guys, good luck. Remember, there is
Jordan in 01
for a championship, so they're in the playoffs.
Zapata in the 38.
And then points will reset after that. Remember, this is a 1.49 mile under track, so it is the 3 wide rule. So if you make it 3 wide, it causes the...
In 5th spot is Burke in that 94. In 6th is Henry. Cookhausen in 7th. Russell in 8th. Shearer in 9th. Fox in 10th. Pottle 11th. Rideout 12th, Baker 13th, Shriver 14th. In 15th spot is Bridgman and Oaks rounding out the field in the 16th spot. So we're going to be going through the field of drivers. Just have to wait for that communication to clear up. We're going to go through the field of playoff drivers shortly. But we're at a very beautiful racetrack here tonight. A lot of memories here, and tonight's going to be another one in the making. So we're looking at a 0.67 mile track. So it's a short track. There's a couple racing grooves here. So like you're gonna likely see drivers moving around on that in the track. Either they're going to be running the lower line, they're going to run an arc in the corners, or they're going to be running the high side there and maintaining momentum. So we're going to be watching that as it goes along. And, you're going to be wanting to observe what drivers are doing, what times they're clipping off, and how they're stacking up against the competition. So once again, race 1 of 2 for round 1 of the playoffs at IRP. Getting ready to go green here. Lights are off on the pace vehicle. .33 is going to control the start here with the 21 on the outside. These drivers are going to start to stack up and get ready to rock and roll for the 145 lap Duke out.
Green, green, green.
Down the front stretch they go. 21 gets a good run on the 33, but they're door to door. Oh, slight contact there. Let's see if the 21's able to save it up. No, that's
yellow flag.
Gonna bring out the caution. We're gonna go back and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay in just 1 second. Gonna take a second and roll a commercial.
I have
really
no
quick.
idea on how on earth I survived.
All right, we're under caution here, so thank you for your patience. We're going to go ahead and take a look at how that caution came to be on the initial start there. You're looking at the 21 machine battling the 33. You have limited cameras today. Cameraman is taking a sleep. Let's go ahead and take a look at this at quarter speed here. You can see 21's got the line clear on the outside. 33 ducking in. Say he's up to his door there, but sliding up the track slightly. That's a tough one to call. No and drivers in behind, no chance to check up. That's part of short track racing here. That expect the carnage to happen, and you can see a great angle of just the cars stacking up with nowhere to go as they come out of turn 2 on the backstretch and just pile up. But we're going to take a look at that one more time, get a better perspective. Our fancy cameras here. That's going to be our SpeedZoneTV instant replay there. Tough break for some of the playoff drivers. That 10 machine, Hendry, hard into the inside wall. Back to live action here. Tough break for that 21 machine. Rough start between him and Tolleson, that 33 machine. Race Control's currently reviewing that and may be assessed later. 33 elects to take the outside. The green is out. 38 of Zapata on the inside. Tolson's clear. At the fast lap time of 22.2, our leader opens up a 7/10 gap right away. So one thing for certain here is Lucas Oil is going to be one of those tire degradation tracks where drivers are going to have to manage their equipment accordingly. But single file pretty much everywhere else. We'll take a little further look back in the field. Gordon bouncing off the wall there. Using that extreme low line, gets a pass on Shriver. He's going to be looking to come back up through the field as quick as he can. One of our contenders in the playoff is the 93 of Bud Shearer. Let's go ahead and take a moment and look at our contenders. Well, like we mentioned, we are in race 1 of 2 for round 1 of the playoffs. Here's our driver list. We got Zapata, Shearer, Pottle, Young, Tolson, Rideout, Lawrence, who's not in the field tonight, Kahn, who we just saw in that 21 machine, Henry, Driver, and Cookhausen. So this race is going to go by rather quickly with these lap times being 21-second laps. And you can see that 93 slowly hunting down the 33 Barry Tolson. It's going to be hard for, unfortunately, that 21 car to make up the ground after that initial contact on the start. Not seeing any damage on the 21. He looks perhaps a little right front damage. Let's see if we can get the cameraman to wake up and take a look at that right front. Right up tight to the wall. The car looks like it's got a little bumper damage, actually. Yes, there's rear damage on that vehicle. That's probably a handful to steer, but he's got to hold tight with that strategy for now, as he's looking to make a move on the 01 of Jordan. Gonna put him up to the 9th spot. Rush to the wall there from the 21. Let's go back up front here at 38 of Zapata. In behind him is the 69 of Fox. Not a playoff contender, but putting on a good run in 4th position right now. Fox looking to get a run on Zapata. Not going to be successful. We got Olsen and Shearer trading lap times. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last lap times around. 22 flat for that 33 machine. 21.97. Just a smidge quicker, about a half-tenth quicker on that 93 machine. And looking through the field here, you know, those two drivers are pretty much the quickest cars on the track. But tire wear will be a factor here, so we're going to have to watch it play out. we saw kind of some of that short track racing early on. It's under the lights here, and it's probably not going to get better than this as far as tracks coming up on the schedule. I'm a short track fan. It kind of puts a pressure cook-off to kick off this postseason here of round one. Up front here with our leader. Here trying to mount a charge, but not successful so far. You can see that 33 machine entering the mid part of the track and then sliding up the center. Nice and smooth. It sounded like the 93 might have tagged the wall there. Losing a little bit of ground on our leader. If we have any battles on the track, but been here, this pack of cars, this is 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All within a blanket of each other. Fox gets a little loose on the bottom. Rideout comes, pinches off the corner and tags Pottle in the right front. No run for you, Rideout says. No run for you. Drivers here have 2 sets of tires. So not sure if we're going to see a green flag stop now that, we've had the first race incident out of the way. That 05 machine looking to get a run. Not very easy to pass here. A lot of patience is required to get it done. Go ahead and take a look elsewhere in the track. See if we got any battles forming. Driver in the 14 cars, 1 lap down. This might not be his cup of tea. One of our playoff contenders here. He's really one of the dark horses in the field. Quiet on the track, but quietly quick. We were talking today about some of the characteristics of this 14 machine, and quiet isn't really synonymous with his personality. If you're chatting with him out of the driver's seat, he's definitely got a mouthful once or twice, but definitely a very skilled and quiet driver as far as a talent level goes. Back up front with our leader, he's slowly starting to gap at 93 of Shearer, who's getting loose on the exits of the corners. On board now with the 33 machine. Loose on the exit of 4. Nice and smooth. See that seam, that 33 machine's getting down to that first seam there and then drifting up to the second, waiting for that apex and then carving it down. A little loose under throttle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 93 now. A lot more handsy. Down the front stretch here. It's driving almost a little too hot compared to that 33 as he's fighting to make up time here. Hopping on board the 38 now. Drivers are showing they all have quite a handful as under acceleration. This car seems to be moving into a counter steer position with the horsepower that these generate. On board with the 69 of Fox now. Going to take a look at his line. Cutting down to the flat, so this track's got 12-degree banking. Some drivers not electing to use all that. Smooth lines by that 69 machine. Can make the flat part of the track work. Got to get it down there and get that car pointed straight, and that 69 is doing a great job of it. Next up on the docket, we got the 76 of Rideout. Pulled away from the 05 Apollo. Got a car on the wall there. Jesse Fox is going to be bringing out the caution. Tough break for him. It looks like he's got wheel damage. Go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay there. Here it is. We're just going to let it roll. It looks like a single car spin. Blinks out for a second. Not sure what happened. It might have been connectivity issues there, but significant damage to that 69 machine. Limping to the pits. Take a quick break here. Drivers getting out of the pits now. These cars are cycling around. They'll let the pace car catch up. Or sorry, the field catch up with that pace car. It looks like Shriver's fighting to get his lap back. He's going to do it under caution here. All right, we're back here with SpeedZoneTV. It looks like race control has confirmed the penalty is being assessed to the 33 for lap 1 incident. Tough break for him, but you know, we've seen that 33 machine march back up through the front of the field and make it work. So, you know, tough break for him, but race control's got to assess accurately from that earlier contact. dominating performance. That's going to put that 93 machine in the hot seat now. He's going to elect to take the outside on this restart. Like we've got one more under caution. Really gonna kind of switch up the game here. Lap 42. We're just under a third away through the race. Here is one of the contenders for the playoffs. He's got a recent win. You know, and he really thrives on aggression. Short track suits him perfectly. He was wheeling the crap out of that car coming out of the corners. And if things get rough tonight, don't be surprised if Shear gets a little, you know, scuff marks on those doors. One way or another, this driver is going to likely end on top here tonight. Another driver in the playoffs is that 76 machine. No one manages tires and fuel better than this driver. Green is out. We've seen him pull out some amazing runs through the season. You know, if there was a calendar and maybe it was Fireman on it, who knows? We'd probably call him Mr. Consistency, just from his steadfast approach of how he tackles the track. Drivers duking it out hard. 100 laps to go. Clean air is going to be very important here. But they're battling in behind pretty hard. Let's take a look at the 87 machine running behind the 5 of Cookhouse. And that's a new paint for that man right there. He's also a playoff driver. Haven't spent much time on him so far just yet. But he's really extremely tactical. He's been consistent throughout the season. And he's not really afraid to move around to find grip where needed. They're 3 wide in behind. That's crazy. The 87 car not currently, well, in the playoffs yet. But the great thing about Lightning Esports here is that there is a wild card opportunity. So with perfect attendance in the playoffs, you can't miss a race now. Is that you could be opted into a playoff spot. Zapata slides up. Oaks crosses over and gets a job done. Oh! Zapata and Oaks get together. You saw that live on SpeedZoneTV. That looked like it hurt. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Damage on the right rear of Oaks there. That's, you know, kind of short track racing. We saw Zapata slide up and Oaks cross him over. Beautiful move. But let's go ahead and take a look at this in regular time. You know, it does kind of look like a little bit of a racing deal. Unfortunately, though, when you look at slow-mo here, it looks like they just get together, but you got to be responsible for your own bumper here. Tough break for that 20 machine. We'll go back to live action here in just 1 second. That damage is repairable for Oaks. Showing us 76 is the leader. What the heck happened here? Mr. Consistency. Fireman Mike Rideout. Watch out. Spicy time here. Spicy time, short track. You're seeing the cautions mount up. That's the third one on the night. It's going to be interesting to see now that Rideout has the lead, if he's able to make it stick. Wasn't expecting that when we were cycling back in the field that we were going to see Rideout in the lead just yet. You know, it's not normally this driver's strategy to get out front and lead laps. Getting ready to go. Pace cars and Fancy Paints. Hard to Sell, our sponsor tonight for 145 lap action over a third of the way through the race. Tensions are going to be high, high, high. Shearer doing a great job on the bottom to get a run. Going to be clear on the exit. Slides up the track to claim the real estate. 05 Apollo now in the mix. Stranger danger from that throttle Apollo. But now you're seeing different characteristics from different drivers being able to show up when it's time to put the pedal down. Caution is out. I'm going to take a look at this here on our SpeedZone TV instant replay cam. Go ahead and change the camera angle here. Not sure that was a hard battle into the corner. And cars are wall glued everywhere. Fortunately here, Barry Tolson gets a tough break. Not really able to carve down to the bottom of the track. Fortunately for him, it looks like he's able to salvage that without much damage.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer. It's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down, and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell.
Shout out from our sponsor, Car to Sell, East Windsor, New Jersey. Our sponsor for tonight's race, making it possible. But you just saw there the fourth caution of the night. They're starting to stack up pretty quick. Drivers got to think about the long haul. We had a beautiful green flag run. And now we're starting to see some attrition and carnage. That frustration of short track racing. Lights are off on the vehicle of pacing. Getting ready to go one more time. This facility is actually a beautiful facility. It's 3 facilities in one. a road course, a drag strip, and the oval that we're on tonight. You're getting ready. Those belts are tight. Is out. Great start by Shearer. Pottle's trying to make a move on the 76er rideout. Keeps a smooth line on the bottom side. Drivers in behind are stacking up. Not a lot of room here. Almost 3 wide. Easy to get mixed up in some of that carnage as we're looking further back in the field. Burke brushing the wall. Been a quiet participant tonight, supporting his teammate in the lead, that 93 machine of Shearer. Making his way back up front is that 21 of Robert Kahn, who's now in the 5th position, looking to chase down that bumper of the 10 machine to Henry, who's also a playoff contender. And we've seen him have Henry have a couple good runs this season, almost a win, kind of got it stolen away from him. But really, Henry shows up when the pressure is the highest, and he's perfect for a playoff contender, a playoff runner, and he's very controlled, very poised. You don't really see him panic as he makes a smooth move on the 5 machine of Pottle, trying to get an edge. On gets to Henry's outside, and that is definitely where you don't want somebody here. Henry gives up the real estate, lets Kahn go. Right out now. Pressure on Shearer for the lead. Right out's got to run. Woo, they get tight off at turn 4. Looks like the 76 is quicker. Not sure if we're perhaps seeing 93 brushing the wall, like a tire advantage. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, it looks like the 93 machine did not take tires. So he's fighting for his life. While Rideout's looking to put down the Wappas. Doing an excellent job of running that high side, keeping the momentum up. Don't know how long he can do it for. Otto wants to go as well. Henry looking 3 wide. Lightning Esports' finest action right here. SpeedZoneTV's happy to bring it to you. Race 1 of 2 for round 1 of the playoffs. Top 5 drivers are in the mix, all within 5/10 of each other. And it looks like finally Rideout's able to clear as Shearer is struggling with fine grip on those older tires. One of Russell is not in the playoffs, but he's definitely in the fight here. See that Shearer's falling back to the whole field. Shearer hard. Oh! Bottle able to save it. There's 16 wide. Zappa goes to the grass. No caution. Great driving there. Great driving by all drivers to avoid the caution. Pottle almost gets hooked into the outside wall, but is able to square up and get away. Top three now are Rideout, Pottle, and Con. Shearer holding on fourth, but these drivers behind him are starting to look a little heated. Woo! Cookhausen tags Baker. Not really sure who owned that one. No caution is out, just hard driving here. Olsen able to make the move and get around these drivers. Hopefully he's able to get back up front because we've just passed halfway the race. It's got lots of time to do it. Fastest lap of the night, I believe, is from the squint one eye. Look at the ticker. 63 from Shearer, 66 from Tolson, 2163, 2166. Those two drivers are the quickest of the night. But looking at tire wear now, they're about almost a full second off the pace from their fastest lap time. Watching that gap here, we're going to move the camera around, take a look at Shearer. Been passed by Russell. Now Tolson looking to make a move. Shearer is perhaps regretting that change of strategy. Cookhausen in his Bucky's mobile on up to second spot after the first race or first lap carnage, looking to hunt down 76 of the fireman Mike Rideout. Great battles all around the track. We're gonna go and take a look at the battle for third and fourth here. Zapata looking to make a move on the 05 of Throttle Pottle. Dives it in deep on the flat. He can make that work. He's got a nose, but that 05 has got momentum on the outside. Olsen on the outside of Henry now. We'll brush to the wall. Henry does a good job of navigating that. Juan Russell dragging around the wall. Tolson tags the wall as well. Loses his momentum. Cookhausen looking underneath. Zapata trying to work the bumper of Throttle Pottle still. Down the flat gets a run. Woo! Zapata does a good job, backs out of it. They make slight contact. Zapata claiming more real estate slowly and surely. One of Russell now. Woo! Oh! Wow. Oh my God. Cookhausen might see heaven. A lot of damage there. I mean, I don't know if Zapata was truly clear before coming up, but let's go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. Getting our cameras ready. We're going to try to dissect what happened. I mean, truly not clear. Bottle's able to get away with minimal damage. Russell able to get through. Tolson, unfortunately, nowhere to go with heavy contact on the 38 and the 5 of Cookhausen, who's quite the spectacle here. We're going to back this up one more time and just take a look from the view here as come out the corner. This is Cookhausen's view. Smoke, and then all of a sudden, just nowhere to go. Medic. Come here, SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Crazy times here for Lightning Esports. Season 5, round 1 of the playoffs, race 1 of 2 at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Sponsored by Car to Sell tonight. Go ahead and give a shout out to Car to Sell in 1 second. We got that 21 machine in the lead now.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer. It's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down, and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell. Bad credit? No.
21 electing to take the outside for this next restart. The caution number 5 on the night. Great start by Robert Kahn. Gets away. Jordan and Tolson battling for that 4 spot. Tolson pinches down. Jordan has to check up. Good move by Tolson, who's looking to get back up there with 55 laps to go at the line. Not sure. Let's stop the lap. Let's take a look at when everyone came in on lap 84. Look at our pit stop time. Looks like everyone took tires. Oh, one of Jordan may not. Pottle may not. Looks like fuel only. Or perhaps only a set of, like a side of tires, like Wright's. Olsen looking to get a run on that 10 machine. Not sure if 10 got loose. Good job by these two drivers dancing on the track. Henry trying to fight off that 33 machine who dominated the early part of the race. Able to make the pass for third. Olsen's going to be hunting down that 76 of Rideout next. Up with our leader, Robert Kahn. At lap times, all top 3 drivers about the same time in the 21.91s, 9.5s. Olsen digging in. Not a lot of time left. 50 markers to go. Olsen has caught the bumper of Rideout just 2/10 back. Got to be calculated making a move here. Very smooth. Big run off the corner. Might shoot it to the flat. Drivers inch up on that 21 ever so slightly. 3 6/10 back. Olsen gets a run off the corner. Drives her in deep, slides up, right out. Fights the high side. Woo! Ryder gets a little bit loose, but he's clear of the 33. 33 continues that attack. Where the action is, the top 3. This could be anyone's race, and something like this. Oh, Con rushing the wall, gets in a little hot. Olsen in the 33 machine wants by to have a shot at the win. Take a look at a little further back, and one of our other playoff contenders, that 20 machine of Oaks, looking to work around the 05 of Poddle, who's also a contender. Russell now working on the inside of the Poddle mobile. In a little bit of damage on the left rear of the 76. Like there's slight damage, might have been a little bump from that 33. Excellent racing between these two. Olsen does get some real estate. Rideout pinching down slightly. Ooh, Olsen gets a little loose. Rideout brushes the wall. Great battle off the turn 4. 33 doesn't want to give up the real estate on the bottom. They're even out of turn 2. Rideout doing an excellent job. Olsen gets a little loose and loses a little bit of that run. Hard battle for P2 allows Henry and Burt to bunch up. Shearer now in the mix in 7th spot, looking to work on Cookhausen. Oh, Olsen's still in deep there. Those two drivers get together. A little bump from Henry on the 33. Laps are winding down. 37 laps to go. Our leader, Robert Kahn, in that 21 machine, slowly inching away. 1.8 seconds in front of Rideout. Wilson's got a big run this time. Let's see if he's able to make the most of it. They're even out of 2. Oh, he gets a little loose. Great driving by that 33 machine. He's trying with everything he's got. This might be the corner. He's got a half car length going in. He's got to shut the door. He will. Excellent driving by that 33 machine. Now let's see in 35 laps if he can hunt down the leader. In that 21 car, Robert Kahn. Be looking at lap times shortly. Shearer is able to get around Cookhausen. The top 5 all in the playoffs. They're battling it out for every point right now. Take a look at our lap times last time around. 22.4 for Kahn, 22.1 for Tolleson. That's 3/10 a lap. We don't know if that 21 machine is pocketing tire. 22.2, 22.2. They're even. But one of Gordon gets into the wall right in front of the leader. At that gap now, 1.5 back. 30 laps to go, not a lot of time. Henry getting close to Rideout. Laps are winding down ever so quickly. We've watched all night how these playoff drivers are racing each other. No one wants to dig a big hole into race number 1. I would say right now, looking at the field, we have a couple drivers missing from the playoffs. Zapata just made a move on Bridgman, who looks to be the furthest back in the playoff battle right here for points. Shearer trying to work the outside of Henry and get a run. Can stick it on the outside and get that real estate. That's kind of where you want to be for a pass. Olsen closing in that gap. A 10th at a time. He's pushing that car pretty hard. Shearer able to complete the pass on Henry. Go back in a second here. We're going to take a look at Shearer again, as now you can see the distance between Tolleson and Kahn. 7/10. He's got it locked in. 25 laps to go with the line. This one's heating up. Here, able to get around a Rideout. Now Henry looking to do the same. Next week, I believe we're headed to Kansas Speedway. So, you know, very different track and racing style. Moving to a 1.5 oval opposed to this, I guess, 5/8 of a mile short track. Olsen has caught 21 of Khan. 25 laps to go. Tolson's got a nose. Pretty effortless for that 33 to make it around. Last time around, the quickest cars on the track were Shearer and Rideout. This time around, Polson was the quickest car. Good job by that 33 machine to work up through the field after being assessed a late race penalty. Go ahead and pop in the cockpit of some of these drivers again, get some perspective. Pulling away from the field. Smooth as smooth can be. Clutching. Might be a fuel situation here. Interesting strategies from both these drivers. Let's take a look at the 93 of Shearer. Four seconds back. If there's any battles on the track, like the 5 machine of Cookhausen, after getting a free hot dog after his barrel roll, is now looking at grabbing the 5th spot. Working behind, brushes the wall. Everyone else is pretty spaced out. 16 laps to go. Right on the bumper of Tolson. 3/10 the marker. This could come down to the wire. At a long green flag run now. Lap 85. Dang near 50 laps. Olsen doing a great job being consistent. Both drivers trading lap times. Olsen is pure speed. And we've seen it throughout the season. When he's on, he's on. And when the track tightens up, he becomes extremely dangerously fast. If this turns into, who's the fastest on the last lap of the race, Barry's definitely going to be part of the conversation as we're watching the battle between 21 and 33 kind of heat up with almost 10 laps to go. We've seen rhythm of that 21 machine. He's a rhythm man. If he finds a groove early, he's in the top 5. That's attainable, but he's got a shot at the win. We're seeing Tolson duck down into the pits. I don't know if that was in the cards. I don't know if all drivers have enough fuel to make it. If you're going to pit, you might as well pit now and make the most of it. 21 is shutting down his car as much as possible in the corners. We've seen Olsen in the pits, Shearer in the pits. You know, if you can make this work, you can make this work. Fuel strategy race has now become a factor in this 145 lap battle for the car to sell. IRP dash for cash in round 1, race 1 of the playoffs. Long time on the clutch there, doing the best. I think one of the challenges with using clutch like this is sometimes you carry a little too much speed going into the corners and you can roast that right front. But Khan's got almost a 6-second lead over P2. This is going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. Tight battle here between Oaks and Henry. The one of Russell is a lap down on fresh tire. You go in the pits, you lose 1 lap. It looks like Tolson 1 lap down. If you pitted early enough, you could have made up the time. Like Henry's doing the same, shutting down the car. Slight contact with the one of Russell and Oaks. Not a very friendly way to drive when these guys are in playoff contention. You're seeing some slight door contact. See the sheer power of those tires. 4 laps to go. Driver. P7 all of a sudden. Where'd that guy come from? Good run for a Cookhausen. Back up with our leader with only 3 laps to go. Hop in that car one more time, see if he's still in a fuel save strategy. Yes, he is. Excellent work there to do some dancing on those pedals, managing the clutch, brake, and gas. 2 laps to go. Tough start, but it looks like the con man might be stealing a win tonight. Race is official. No chance for a GWC. Ride out P2. Oaks P3. Let's go ahead and, you know, with the race being finished at the line here, Rideout's going to come across next. He's a little bit further back. Oaks able to hold off that 5 machine. Oh, wait. Oaks stole the P3 spot. Excellent finish by him. Our winner tonight, 21. Kind of like a Cinderella story. Tough start. Got tossed to the back. Was able to work his way up back through the field with some hard work. Burning it down. Where's the smoke? No smoke, just sticky ties. Gonna take a quick break here and then pop over for some driver interviews.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer, it's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell. Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer, it's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell.
Back here from our break, we see some of that magic work from that 20 machine. Also a challenging race for him tonight. Up 13 spots, grabbing P3. Excellent performance by Jeff Oakes. P2 tonight goes out to the 76 of Mike, the fireman rideout. Mr. Consistency shows up in the first round of the playoffs here. Probably look cute in one of those fireman calendars, but you know he's looking cute in his MRM Designs paint scheme here. Great job by him being up 10 spots. I think he's going to be a threat also at Kansas. But lo and behold here, we'll grab him for a quick interview. Mike, it's Rob in the booth. How you doing, sir?
How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. So you got the nickname the Fireman tonight because you're Mr. Consistency. You pulled off a P2 tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your race tonight?
It was pretty clean. Like you said, kept it consistent, and I think that was the key there. A couple of good battles with a few guys and that, but definitely, hard track to pass on. So people are kind of making desperate moves and whatnot.
Oh, for sure. We saw, multiple lines being used, and I think you were kind of hovering around the middle with like a slight arc in the center and then swerving it back down. Was that your preferred line the whole night?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you going to bring for heat? I believe we're at Kansas next week. You're going to bring some heat for Kansas?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I prefer the 1.5 miles, and glad to get this last short track out of the way. I wasn't expecting to do this well here, but sometimes it's, it happens.
I mean, we had about 5 cautions in on the night, so you definitely played your hand quite well. Who do you want to give a shout out to, Mike, for your awesome job at grabbing a P2 tonight?
Thanks to all our sponsors, Lightning Wraps, Cars to Sell, SimLab, MRM. Thanks to everyone who runs the league, obviously, and you guys for broadcasting, and all the drivers for participating.
Well, heck yeah. Hope to be chatting with you again for the conclusion of round 1 at Kansas, but it's definitely going to give you some momentum to be, advanced into round 2.
Yeah, let's hope so.
All right. Well, have a good night, sir. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Robert.
That was our P2 finisher, the Fireman Rideout. Watch out. Might have a big hose, might not. We don't know. Only time will tell as this season concludes itself here. But we're going to grab our winner of the night, Robert, the Rattlesnake Khan. That's an OG nickname, but, you had some carnage early on, Mr. Khan, and you were able to kind of wreck back through the field. Why don't you tell us a bit how your race shook down for you?
Well, it was a good finish. Usually the fuel mileage races I always fall short on, but I've been trying to practice saving a little bit of fuel. So that was a good finish. I was happy with that because that's something I've been really working on. I've got the tires down. Now the fuel thing, I was light years away. So that's a win for me and a personal win to be able to do that. But the beginning, it just got turned. Seemed like a hack move, but it's a couple times this season that's happened with him. But all in all, I had a really rough beginning and battled out to get a win. At lap 20, if you ask me, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, and it was a lot of hard moves and aggressive moves from a lot of drivers, and I think it's kind of indicative of short track racing. You hate to see it, but as a fan, as a spectator, you love when it happens. So happy you were able to bounce back. We're going to Kansas next week. What are your thoughts on Kansas?
I love Kansas. As you've been watching me a while. I love mile and a half. So I'm happy to be back at a mile and a half. Short tracks usually aren't my thing, so to win this on a fuel mileage race, I'm happy with that. So maybe go into Kansas and have a good finish there to get to kind of get a little bit stronger in the second round. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's always interesting how when the round concludes, it's basically another new season when we go to round 2. Just a straight heads up battle. I guess one question I'd throw out to you before I kick you out of the booth and ask you who you want to thank is that if this wasn't a fuel mileage race at the end, do you think that you could have got back up to the bumper of the 33 and made a move if you have to pit?
He wouldn't have got by me if it was a fuel mileage race, whether we were going to end up in the wall or something. I mean, after that first lap move, there wasn't any way I was going to let him by me. So if he did, it would be short lived. So yeah, I'm just happy with this because I didn't get a win all season. It seemed like I couldn't get in any kind of groove this season, whether it was when I get around him, he bang off the wall, wreck me at Rockingham, just anything that could have happened in the regular season just happened. So I love the playoffs. Otherwise, I would have been in 10th place finishing the season on regular points.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely stressful when you've had momentum all season. You weren't able to grab a win. You grabbed a win tonight in the first round of the playoffs, so it definitely gives you some of that momentum that you're looking forward to going to race 2, and it really kind of seals the deal as far as getting you into round 2. Right, so race 2, you're going to be already fast and juiced up, but I think you're pretty much locked in, barring you just don't have some catastrophic failure in the tech shed or crossing the border or wherever you need.
Yeah, I think so. I'm setting a goal. I mean, top 10 next week. I mean, there's not a ton of cars, but if I could top 10, that's all I need to do. I don't need to go out and take risks, anything like that. Just cruise, and then start out the next round and go out and be aggressive again and see what I could do a repeat of this round. So all that matters is getting to that final race and then putting it together.
Yeah, 100%. Well, congrats on the win tonight, your first one of the season. It's kind of like a Cinderella story so far. So I'm looking forward to see you next week. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Well, Sim Labs, Leighton of Raps, Sim Racing Addict, MRM Designs, and Outlier Speedco. Yeah, there's guys over at Outlier. They're pretty fast setup, so you guys go check them out. Get you all to a whole new level in racing. So other than that, thank you. You do a hell of a job always. I always like I say, I always like listening to your streams on the way to work and on the way home from work. They're good, even this league or in the other league you do too. So appreciate you.
Appreciate that, man. Well, congrats on the win, Mr. Khan. We might have to get you a new nickname soon because I don't know if the rattlesnake's going to work for me too much longer. But I'll work on that and make sure when you talk to Right Out Next, you call him the fireman.
I will do. I'll tell him right meow.
Right meow. Good night, man. Congrats on the win, buddy.
You too. Thanks.
And that's going to be our show for tonight. You heard from the drivers here that, the mix of feelings around going around the speedway tracks and being on the 1.5 mile surfaces, how it's just a different style of racing. You don't got to go out and win. You got to be a finisher. We just saw, Oaks, Ride Out, and Khan pull off the top 3 and really kind of lock themselves in to round 2 almost. So they just need to be consistent, and race 2 of round 1 next week. We're headed to Kansas, but let's take a quick look at our results from tonight. So we talked to our winner, Just Meow, the 21 machine, Robert Kahn, 76 of Mike the Fireman, right out in second. Jeff Oakes grabs third in that 20 machine, the 5 of Cookshausen in fourth, Henry 5th, Burke 6th, Driver 7th, Zapata 8th, Baker 9th, Tolleson 10th, Bridgman. Didn't see too much of him tonight. Stitching together 11th spot finish. Throttle Pottle in 12th, Russell in 13th. Shearer didn't in the coin toss, but was running quite well for some time. Grabs 14th. Jordan in 15th, and Fox, we saw him blink out the wall, but unfortunate for him, he had some speed, and he's running at the field in 16th. Next week, we're headed to Kansas Speedway. Let's just take a quick look at our schedule for 1 second. Kansas, then Iowa, Daytona for the conclusion of round 2, and then we'll be crowning a champion right away at Michigan Speedway in that final round. Looking at our playoff bracket really quickly as well. So we got 11 drivers in. Next week we go to Kansas. We move down to 8 drivers and a wild card driver, and then we move to the final round of 4 drivers and a wild card, and then we just got a lonely spot for a champion there that will be crowned at Michigan Speedway. So you're going to want to stay tuned in to SpeedZoneTV. We'll be going live Sunday nights at 7:45 p.m. Make sure you're liking and sharing at the broadcast. There's a little gearbox in the bottom right-hand side, so if you click that, you can change the quality of the stream, force the highest quality of the stream. When you hear my angelic voice, we have 4K broadcasting, some of the highest quality that can be offered for your viewing pleasure. Here's our winner once again, burning it down. I don't know why there's no smoke on those tires. They're probably doped up. So hopefully Robert Kahn's able to make it through tech area safely. But heck of a job for him getting it done tonight. Early race contact sent him to the back. Was able to make his way back through the field. And then, as you saw, was able to successfully manage fuel to avoid pitting, whereas several of the other drivers had to take a pit stop. That strategy ultimately crowned him the win tonight at IRP. A great facility here, but very tough racing when you're at a 5/8 mile short track. Tough driving all around for everyone. We saw some great racing, multiple groove action, 5 cautions on the night. And really just looking forward to next week where we're moving to a big track. So once again, make sure you're tuned in next week, 7:45 p.m. for SpeedZoneTV's coverage of Lightning Esports race number 9, race 2 of round 1. So long to say. To crown a champion here. So you're going to want to be a part of that. Thanks for tuning in once again. Like and share it out. Have a good week, everyone. We'll be talking to you soon.